Okay, so this time our topic is focused on the Zero Trust Architecture and Secure Access Service Age, no, or SASE with exam. Okay, so Zero Trust Architecture is a cybersecurity approach where no one is automatically trusted, even if they are inside the company's network. In the past, companies used to trust anything inside their network, like employees, computers, or internal apps. But with cyber attacks increasing, zero trust says don't trust and verify everything first. Let's say, for example, if even if an employee logs in from the office, they still need to prove who they are before accessing files or systems. With many people working from home and using their own devices, traditional security measures are no longer enough. So imagine someone gets hold of an employee's laptop without zero trust, they could roam around the company's network. But with zero trust, the system checks every request, who is asking, what are they asking for, and if they have permission. It's like needing a key card for every room you enter, not just to get into the building. And to give us more details about the topic, let us all welcome our presenter. Go ahead.
Hi, good day. I'm Conrado Austero Jr., MSIT student, and this report is for the subject in Advanced Networking. This report looks at the Zero Trust Architecture and Secure Access Service Edge. As ways to solve this problem, showing what they do and where they fall short. We'll also explore how artificial intelligence and machine learning in cybersecurity are used to prevent and respond to the threats, making network safer overall. And I'm going to discuss also about the traditional network security, why isn't strong enough to stop today's clever cyber attacks. Zero Trust Architecture and Secure Access Service Edge. Understand the principles of Zero Trust Architecture and Secure Access Service Edge, and apply them in designing modern network security infrastructure. With the rise with the rise of the remote work and cloud computing, traditional perimeter-based security models are no longer sufficient. Zero trust architecture and secure access service edge are critical frameworks for securing security networks in this modern context. So let's define zero trust architecture. Zero trust architecture is a security framework that fundamentally shifts the approach to network security, moving away from traditional perimeter based defenses and embracing more granular context model instead of assuming that anything inside the network is inherently trustworthy. Zero trust architecture operates on the principle of never trust, always verify. In the past, organizations protected themselves by putting a perimeter around their network. Traditionally, network relied on the perimeter security model. This involves establishing a clearly defined boundaries between organization and internal network and the external internet. Security measures such as firewalls, intrusion detection system, and VPNs were deployed at the perimeter to control access and prevent unauthorized entry. This assumption was that by securing this perimeter, the organization's internal resources were protected. This works okay This worked okay when everyone was in the office, but now people work from everywhere and use cloud services. The expanding attack surface created by the trends necessitates a more modern and adaptable security strategies. 5 steps to zero trust implementation. This model ensures that trust is never assumed and verification is always required, preventing unauthorized access and improving security. The image illustrates a 5-step plan for implementing zero trust security. Number one is to identify all potential entry points. Number two is to implement controls to monitor and restrict network. Design the network infrastructure and enforce zero trust principle. Create a formal policy defining access control, access, and continuously monitor the network for threats and anomalies. This layer approach assumes no implicit trust, verifying access to requests, minimize security risk. In the picture shows how computer security work. Everything inside the company network was trusted, and everything outside was considered a threat. It's like having a fence around your house. You trust everyone inside, but not anyone outside. The problem is, this system is outdated. Bad guys can get inside the fence, and even good people inside can cause problems. This picture shows why we need better security that doesn't trust everyone inside. Example, accidental error. A well-intentioned employee might accidentally click a malicious link in a phishing email, download malware, and make a configuration error that opens a security vulnerability. Human error is a major cause of security breaches. A compromised account, employee could be compromised by phishing attack or other means, allowing the attacker to gain access to the network data. An attacker then operates under the employee's credential, making it difficult to detect malicious activity. Zero Trust security is all about making sure that the right people get access to the right things at the right time, no matter where they are. Safety access. It doesn't matter if you're at the office or at the home, getting into company stuff is always secure. Limited access. You only get access to what you need for your job. No extra permission will be given to you. Constant monitoring. Everything you do online is watched. If someone looks suspicious, the security team knows it right away. These three principles work together to create a security model that doesn't rely on implicit trust. Instead, every access request is verified and monitored, specifically reducing the risk of data breaches and other security incidents, even the internal threats. This diagram shows how to build a strong security using people's identities. It's all about making sure one the right make sure that the only right person can get in the system. So centralized login. Everyone uses one login for everything. Number two is a strong password. Make sure passwords are hard to guess. Automated access. So automatically add and remove access as needed, reducing vulnerabilities. Number four is API control. So keep a close watch on access to the company's programming interface. In a zero trust organization, no user, device, or network connected is inherently trusted, regardless of its location, inside or outside the network. Every access requested is subject to verification and authorization before access is granted. This contrasts sharply with traditional model that assume implicit trust of user or devices within the network perimeter. The statement, never trust always verify acts as a mantra for zero trust security, emphasizing the importance of continuous authentication and authorization for all access attempts. Secure Access Edge. Secure Access Edge is a component of Zero Trust architecture that protects network element. With the digital transformation of business, increased remote working, and the use of cloud services to run application, security is moving to the cloud and is providing that security that combines network that function in a single cloud services. Secure Access Service Edge is a cloud delivered security model providing scalability and flexibility. Secure Access Service Edge, key components of the Secure Access Service Edge include software-defined wide area network, secure web gateway, zero trust network access, cloud access security broker, and firewall as a service. Software-defined wide area network is open, flexible ways to connect different parts in the network using the internet. Secure web gateway keeps your internet browsing safe by blocking harmful website and content. Zero Trust Network access only allows access to a specific app and data. Even the people already in the network verifies every access request. Cloud Access Broker keeps cloud apps secure by controlling access and monitor activity. Firewall as a service. So a firewall delivered as a cloud service protecting your network from unauthorized access. This diagram highlights four benefits of using secure access service edge. One is scalability, remote work support, advanced threat protection, and IoT integration. Scalability allows business to easily expand their network and security as their needed grows. Encourage work from anywhere. It provides the bandwidth and security necessary for employees to work effectively from anywhere. Advanced threat protection stand up to cyber threat evolution. This offers high-level security and tools to combat latest cyber threats. IoT adoption provides a secure foundation for business to integrate and manage Internet of Things devices. This slide compares three corporate network approaches: hub and spoke, local internet breakouts, and SASE. SASE is shown to be superior, offering better user experience and simpler management than other two, which suffer from latency issues and complex configuration. The key advantage of SASE is unified, cloud-based architecture that improves security and efficiency. So this is the working of Secure Access Service Edge. This is the in the left side is the traditional network model security model, and in the right side is the secure access service edge network security model. So this diagram illustrates a secure access service edge architecture centered around user identity. It shows how access to various cloud services like Google Cloud, Azure, AWS is controlled based on user identity, device profile, and location. Security functions like firewalls, web gateways, and zero trust access are distributed across the network and the edge core, ensuring security access regardless of location. The diagram emphasizes the access is determined by identity and context, not solely by network location. This list outlines the reasons why traditional network security is insufficient and a new approach is needed. Number one is traditional perimeter security. The rise of distributed work and cloud computing, increased sophistication of cyber attacks, and the failure of traditional models, and the need for new approach. The failure to the traditional model security method are failing to keep up with the modern threats. So the need of new approach because 1 to 4 is a new and adaptable to security model is necessary. This is where zero trust and SASE comes in. Traditional perimeter security. Firewall acts as a barrier that protects network and system from an unauthorized access. This is like how traditional security works. The network edge is heavily guarded with a strong wall, which is the firewall, and other security measures creating a barrier to external threats and keeping bad guys out. The assumption is that anything inside the perimeter is safe and trustworthy. The rise of the distributed work and cloud computing. So this is the comparison of cloud computing and distributed computing. The rise of the distributed computing, people work remotely and use cloud services, making cloud network edge as a much harder to define and protect. The rise of distributed work and cloud computing has fundamentally changed how business operates and interact with technology. Employees now work remotely, accessing company resources and data from various locations and devices. While business increasingly rely on cloud-based services for storage, application, and infrastructure, this shift has created a vastly expanded attack surface, making traditional perimeter-based security model inadequate and necessitate more flexible and adaptable security solution like zero trust and SASE. This is the common cost of firewall failure. First is misconfiguration, missing firewall policy, software vulnerabilities, and hardware bottlenecks. Firewall misconfiguration accidentally grant attackers easy access, missing a poorly written policy that leaves security gaps. Number two is the software vulnerabilities. Within the firewall application itself, can be exploited, and hardware bottlenecks can cause performance and issues and failure under heavy load. There are flaws in any software program that attackers can exploit. This is a true for firewall application as well as any other piece of software. This factor highlighted the importance of proper firewall configuration and policy deployment, software updates, and sufficient hardware resources to maintain efficient and effective network security. Firewall fail for several common reasons, like incorrect settings that accidentally let hackers in, poorly written rules, and leave security holes, flaws in the firewall software itself. It's not enough for computing power to handle the traffic. In the hardware bottleneck, your hardware may cause issues with the firewall, but may be occasion when the load of the firewall grows insignificantly. So the you should write good rules and keep the software updated and have enough computing power to keep the firewall safe. So there are types of firewall to bypass techniques. One is spoofing, port scanning, protocol tunneling, and exploiting vulnerabilities. To bypass the firewalls, players can utilize several techniques, and this is the four. So in spoofing, the technique involves masquerading one's identity or network to deceive the firewall into granting access by altering source IP addresses and impersonating trust entities. Hackers can trick firewalls in allowing their traffic to allow in the network. Port scanning, it allows hacker to identify open ports and target the system. By locating open ports, hacker can exploit vulnerabilities and misconfiguration in the firewall to gain unauthorized access. Protocol tunneling, by encapsulating prohibited traffic within allowed protocols, hackers can bypass firewall restriction. For example, using a technique like tunneling, hackers can encapsulate prohibited traffic within HTTP, making it appear as a regular web traffic. Exploiting vulnerabilities. Firewall, like any other software, can have vulnerabilities. It can be exploited. By using unknown exploits or zero-day vulnerabilities, hacker can compromise the firewall and bypass security measure. When it comes to hacking a network, bypassing the firewall is a crucial step. Firewall act as a barrier that protect network and system from unauthorized access. However, there are methods professionals use to bypass firewalls and gain access to the target network. It is important to note that hacking into network without proper authorization is illegal and unethical. So increased sophistication of cyber attacks. In the image illustrates uh, how even the most secure or how strong cybersecurity measures to human errors, the more advanced and easily bypass traditional perimeter defenses. So this image illustrates the vulnerability of even the most secure or how strong cybersecurity measures to human error. The left picture shows a knight in full armor, representing comprehensive cybersecurity efforts. That the right image shows the same knight pierced with single arrow, representing a single employee clicking a phishing link. which can easily compromise the entire system despite intensively security protocols.